Welcome to the Hounds Tales podcast, your home for field trialing and deer dog hunting. Stories and discussions on the world of dog hunting. So drop the gate and cast your hounds for another episode of the Hounds Tales podcast. All right, everybody. Welcome to the 20th episode of the Hounds Tales podcast. Tonight, we have a guest on the show, Brett Cliborne. I'm sure many of y'all around the field trial world know that name. If you don't know him, you definitely know Bruce. Tonight, we sit down and talk to Brett about their family history in the sport, their prior successes, some of their bigger name dogs, and then our topic of the night was the rebuilding. It's a subject that a lot of people probably don't want to face the music with, and me and him have been talking previously before we decided what kind of topic we wanted to have for this episode. We knew we wanted to get Brett on and get him to talk for us. And just in conversations, we had talked about that they were going through a little bit of a rebuild right now and coming to understand that it was time for a rebuild. So that was kind of what we decided to send our topic of conversation on. But we just got done recording with him and added it to the episode. It's a real good piece. I hope y'all will enjoy it. Without further ado, here it is. All right, buddy. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you joining me.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I know you've been working hard getting ready for the Virginia State this weekend. Y'all done and set?
Yes, sir. Just finished blacking the last ones out, and hopefully we got them ready to go. This was the first field trial we won. It's a 3-day championship hunt back in 2019. So
I did not know that.
Hopefully we can make it another big one.
There you go. The weather's shaping up to be really good.
Yes, sir. I hope so. I really do.
I'd love to see a rain shower hit before then, but
that's right. Exactly. Yes, sir. No doubt.
All right. Well, for everybody that's listening, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Brett Cliborne. I guess many of y'all know Bruce Cliborne. That's my dad. I've been hunting with him for a long time, probably since the time I could walk. I've been field trialing with him for a long time, probably since I was about 3 or 4 years old.
Now,
how deer hunting with him.
How long has he been doing it? Do you know that?
Probably since he's been about 25 years old, probably.
Gotcha. I knew he's kind of, I haven't really got the pleasure of being around him a whole lot or being able to hunt with him, and I know he's he's done made his way into the legend of the sport. So
yeah, he was actually just inducted into the Hall of Fame, and man, he was honored about that. He's got that thing sitting up in the house, the plaque there, and he really loved that. He wished he could have been down in Swainsboro when they gave it out, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
But
it's too bad they didn't do it this year with it being up here.
Exactly.
I know he would have been there for that one.
That's right. But yeah, he quit in the early 2000s when the 4 of us kids started playing sports real hard.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I stopped. I really quit playing travel ball around the age of 12. So right after that, about 13 or so, we started getting back into it, me and my brother, and then he was a little older, so he was getting his driver's license, which, makes all the difference in the world. But
Right, right.
but
Yeah,
that's when we pretty much started getting back into it. Pretty slow, but uh, we had big intentions.
yeah, that's right. Don't we all starting off, right?
That's right. That's right.
Hey, but y'all made a name for yourself. That's for damn sure. I mean, it's not just riding on your dad's coattail, nothing like that either. It's y'all have had some really good success, especially here of late.
Yep. It's been well. It just started off me and my brother and my sister. She was deer hunting when she was younger too, but she just seemed like she got into the field trial, and I think it's probably been about 6 or 7 years ago, and I honestly probably probably when Zeke went to his first field trial. That's
I,
probably when Madison got into it.
that makes sense. I know she's got a soft spot for that one.
Yeah, she loves that dog. He
Yeah.
can't really go nowhere.
No, no. I'll never forget one of the first times I met y'all. I don't even remember what hunt it was, and you had a beer or two, and I was like, I was joking with Madison. I said, well,
Ain't
that's
no
about,
way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Never, not y'all. No, not a chance. So yeah, I think you had stepped away. I said, man, he's had a few beers. I said, man, now's the time for me to try to get Zeke away. And she gave me, I think she threatened my life if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she's she's something over that dog now. She used to she don't do it as much, but she used to go down there every day just to sit there on the. We got an old stable barn over at dog pen there, and we got steps going down, and she would sit on the steps there and pet him about every day
I got you.
during his field trial career. But yeah, me, Vince, and Madison, we pretty much that pretty much started us off, honestly, with when he started placing, and just he got the ball rolling, and we got lucky with probably about eight or so dogs about the time that he came through and got us off on the right track. But
Yeah, y'all
anyway,
had a good little hot streak going there for a while.
yeah, 2019 was definitely the best season we ever had, and I mean it still is. But yeah, we placed right much, and then like I said, Chaos she won us to Virginia State there in 2019, and that was a real big one too. Not only for being the first hunt we had won, but my dad had never won that hunt. He's won 18 field championships, and he had never won at Virginia State. He's finished second at it several times, but he had never won it, so it was just a big one.
I don't.
I think it got a few tears out of him too, but
I'm sure it did. I don't think I realized that he had 18 under his belt.
yeah, he had won. He's won 18 field championships, and he had never won that one, so he was excited too. But
Now, he still kind
then
of comes
shortly,
around every now and then to the pen, doesn't he? Or is
oh
he?
yeah. He still does. He'll probably be him and Madison will probably have to take care of him Thursday and maybe Friday this weekend, just because they moved it back to Thursday, Friday,
Right, right, right.
and we got to work. But yeah, he'll probably be there, and then whenever we need him, he'll step in and do what needs to be done. But yeah, hopefully I can get him away from work here a little bit more and get him to run some dogs.
There
But
you go. There you go. Get him back into the full swing. That way, y'all everything.
that's right.
Right.
That's right. But yeah,
What?
she won this hunt. I guess it's gonna be 4 years ago, and then shortly after that, Zeke won the American Invitational to cap it off, and I think he ended up ninth in the Hound of the Year, and we ended up 10th in the Kennel of the Year that year.
Yeah,
So
you can't ask for much better than that.
no, it was pretty exciting
Where
for
was the
us.
invitational that year?
It was at Billy's.
Billy's. Okay,
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
remember.
He placed at the USO there and the American Invitational. He won.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew. It's one of the first 3 days that I judged was the Dismal Swamp, and I'll never forget. I'm a white dog guy, so and instantly I knew he was going to stick out. And at this point, I had no idea who he was. I was just getting into the sport, and I didn't know a whole lot, know a whole lot of people, but that dog caught my eye, and I'll never forget it. Just how clean he was, and I know I've talked about it on previous episodes. Just
Yes, man.
golly, man, he was just watching him work was just a thing of beauty. It really was, and like I said, I'm a white dog guy, so he stuck out instantly. But
I learned a bunch. He's pretty incredible and got a mouth out this world. I mean, but I mean, he can honestly he could really do it all. I hadn't had a whole lot of them that could do everything he could. But and I mean, and I'm seeing it in some of his young dogs, but
yeah,
just watching him do it is incredible. And now I mean, still to this day, he's almost 7 years old, and he's still right good to be 7. But
right.
but anyway,
Is his career done now? I know y'all kind of tease him every now and then, but
I don't know. I had gotten him ready for Virginia State, to be honest with you, and I decided to take a female off of him instead. But I don't know. I might end up taking him to one at the beginning of the year, maybe at the Masters or something like that. But it'd be
right.
I don't know.
Right. Now he had an injury too there a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, he had an injury before. He was leading up a hunt down at Tall River, and he blew his ankle out down there, and he finished 7th. And he had 2 ankle surgeries. Well, actually, he actually won the Invitational after that hunt, but we limped him through it on some medications and stuff,
Yeah.
to get him through it. But other than that, he's had 2 ankle surgeries after that Invitational, and we placed him a couple more times.
And I think
the Maryland State,
right,
the Dismal Swamp, and the Maryland State were after that.
Yeah, I think the Dismal was the first hunt he had after that surgery, right? Or was it the Maryland State?
I think it was the Maryland State and then the Dismal.
Gotcha. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember.
Yep, he had 2. The first one, the first surgery, we didn't give him enough time. We were too anxious to get him back, and I think we re-injured it. But we gave him a bunch of time the second time, and we thought he was done. Honestly, I started back running him a little bit, and he started looking good, and just as good as he ever did. And
right.
like I said, so we started cranking him back up, and like I said, we got 2 or 3 more placings out of him. I think I just hate he didn't ever make a duel. I think Rio beat him out for that duel.
That's right.
At that Dismal, and he's a two-time bench champion, and of course the field. But
right.
Rio and his sister are the only 2 dual champions that me and my brother and my sister have made, but they're both off of him. So
I thought that was right. Now, what about your dad? I know he had, like you said, he made 18 champions. So what was one of his?
Man, I don't even know how many duels. I don't know. I'd have to write it down and give him. My sister actually made a book for him a while back, like cut out a bunch of clips out of Chase magazines and stuff for him. But it's been years ago, and I can't. I'd be lying if I told you a number because I don't know. But he told me that he had made 18 field championships. He won 18 field championships, but I don't know about the duels and benches and all that. I'm sure it's on up there. But
now, what was probably his best dog? I mean, I know
he's gonna tell you every day it's Cliborne's Rock, and ain't no doubt in his mind that it's him. But he was definitely the most dominant dog that's ever been on this plantation, he says. But
I got you.
man, it was before my time. Really, I think he sold that dog in about '93.
Okay,
So
I
yeah, and
got you.
then I think after that, I mean, in the late times, everybody always talks about Blaze.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I've heard both of those
I did
names.
take I did take a few pictures with Blaze when I was a toddler and a young boy, but I just can't remember. I can't remember a whole lot from that time. But
Right,
everybody talks about that dog
right.
a whole lot,
Now you got a
and
little.
he was off of a rock female.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you got a little boy too. Now is he? Is he? Does it look like he's kind of following in the footsteps, or is he showing any interest?
yeah. He loves it. He's into racing on one side of the family and the dogs on this side. But yeah, he loves to paint a number on a dog and turn him loose.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord,
he loves that. So
I can
I'm
see.
uh I'm excited to I'm excited to have him with me during hunting season this year. I feel like I'll have him a little more this year, and I can get him in on some races and stuff like that. So
That's right. That's right.
hopefully
As he's
hopefully
shooting,
we can get him wound up.
he's shooting a big gun now, ain't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna have him shooting. I'm gonna have him shooting probably a 410. He did actually kill his first buck last year. Um I had a pretty good situation on a little buck, and I set him up on hay bale, and with my 25 six, I kind of tricked him into it won't being real loud. But
Right. Yeah, they got to
anyway,
learn something.
he knocked that one down, and we got that one. So
That's
that was his
awesome.
first one. So hopefully that was just steel hunting. Hopefully he can get one with the dogs this year. I hope.
Yeah, I know
So
you sent me some Snapchats of him on Youth Day the other day, and he didn't look like he was too
nah,
keen on sitting around for very long.
nah. He said it's daylight. Can we go now? I said, well, wait a little
uh,
longer.
that's worse than me. At least I get. I mean, I'm 30 years old, but hell.
Yeah. So hopefully I can. I'm sure I can, but I want to get him in on some dog races this year.
Right, right, right.
I'm sure he'll love that. He enjoyed the county hunt. We just had the Mecklenburg County hunt a few weeks ago, and he loved that.
Oh, I'm sure.
He saw plenty of game at the lower gate down at Creedmoor and all. So
That's good. That's good. That's something I'm looking forward to my own self. You know, my little boy's only a year and a half, and I cannot wait to get him out there and start messing with the dogs. He's already kind of got a little bit of interest, but
right,
getting him out there and really getting him involved is something I'm looking forward to.
yes, it's fun to watch him. He plays with the puppies and all here in the backyard. I mean,
Right.
it ain't nothing like it.
Yep. Yep. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now y'all are still switching back over to the dogs a little bit, y'all with Zeke and stuff. I know y'all have Zeke still and studying him out, correct?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you gotten any other studs that y'all are working with now, or is that kind of your main hit?
Yes. Now we have him. We got Freak that we made a field down there at the North Carolina Open at Creedmoor. That dog's won two speed and drives at Creedmoor. He finished second uh, to a dog the first time, and then he finally won another one, and he he won that hunt down there, and we got him. And then Carolina, we placed a ton up at Billy's. He's finished second. He's led him up there and got bad luck and got scratched. So
Right.
he's tough too. He's probably honestly the toughest dog I've ever had. Carolina is.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's pretty rough on himself. He don't care.
Right. Now, what is he off of? I forgot.
He's out of Jimmy and Who That Socks, which is a Buckshot's hard rock bitch that Colby Taylor had owned before.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, he's tough as nails. I breed him some, but Here lately it's been more freaking Zeke, but
Freaking Zeke. That sounds like a bumper sticker.
freaking Zeke. Yeah, it's freaking Zeke, but you can't you can't overlook Carolina now. He's like I said, I still hunt him on the outside some, just try to
Right.
help him start some of these young dogs. But
Yeah, yeah.
he's as good as they come
I
in my
got you.
eyes anyway.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of talked before. We said, we've been trying to get together and do this for about a week now, but we'd kind of talked before about a kind of topic, and me and you've been talking here and there, and bullshitting around and stuff, and you kind of talked about y'all are kind of going through a little bit of a rebuild year or a rebuild season right now. Maybe we can touch on that a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. Well, when you hunt that caliber of dog, and you got 8 or 10 of them, and then they starting to get 4 years old, and you bring on a new group, and you might have maybe one or two here and there, but when they still have trouble running with those 5-year-old dogs,
Hmm.
you know you're you're in trouble. But
Right, right.
anyway, best thing to do, or the best way to tell really and truthfully is you run with somebody that has good dogs,
Hmm.
and that's gonna give you your answers. I mean, right there.
Right.
If you running with somebody who's got good dogs, and he places in field trials all the time, and he's wearing your tail out, you're in trouble.
Right.
But and
Gotta.
you need to. Some folks, they'll panic and go to buying dogs, whatever you got to do. But we just try not to do that. I ain't a whole lot into buying a lot of dogs. I like to raise my own
Right.
if I can help it.
That
If I
makes
can help
sense.
it, and if that, or I'll buy some puppies, whatever. But I just enjoy starting my dogs and watching them grow
Yeah.
rather than buying dogs. I just feel like I ain't accomplished much buying some. I mean, I have, but I don't like to do it too much.
I agree. I agree. I mean, and there's times where it's okay to buy a dog. It's like when you're starting out.
Right.
We just I just started out, and it to get involved, I had to buy dogs. It's
Yeah. No, it's fine. I've done it plenty of times. I just don't get as much out of
yep.
when if they place a win. It's so much better when you raise one up and
Right.
he
Right.
does the placing and winning. It's no better. It's no better feeling in field trialing than that.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I mean, I can tell you from experience. That razor dog of mine, when I placed him at the Tidewater, I raised him from a puppy, and being able to put him second at the Tidewater was just something I'll never forget. My first time,
That's right.
placing at a 3 day, especially a big 3 day
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly right.
It's definitely, something special. Now, when you go, when you're talking about, and everybody's different. Everybody has their own ways and their own reasons. When you go to doing this quote unquote rebuild, when you start noticing, okay, I'm a little behind right now. Do you personally set a goal behind it? I mean, everybody's goal is to win, obviously, but are you setting like for a certain type? Are you attacking a certain like, are you attacking coyotes? Are you attacking foxes? Are you trying to find that all around dog that?
Man, yeah, I'm already all around, and I want the dog that can go anywhere, whether it be at Billy's on the foxes or at Tall River on the coyotes or on the outside. I want the dog that can go everywhere. I don't want the you know I don't know what you call it, but
The one tracker, the one
I
tracker.
don't want that. I don't really like that. I
Right.
mean, I'll take it, but I don't.
Right.
I to me, I want the dogs that can do it all, and that's kind of what I try to breed for. Um, to be honest with you, I don't try to, I don't want none.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
you don't want to be stuck to going to only one
Nah,
place.
I don't want to be held down at one place and
Right.
um,
I mean,
you know,
yeah, it makes
can't
sense.
can't.
It
Yeah.
makes
So
sense.
yeah, and then I mean everybody's goal is like you said to win, but um, yeah, we just our goal is to win championship hunts, and I mean I really would like to win the. I've always wanted to win the Hound of the Year at some point,
I
but I
was,
don't know.
yeah,
That's tough to do, but
I was getting
that's
ready to
that's
ask
one
if
thing.
that was a goal, if that was an idea of a goal, if y'all were going to attack points with a dog or a kennel or
Yeah,
anything.
no, we've tried it, but it just hadn't worked out yet. But I'm sure, hopefully, um, the right dog will come about. And Zeke was that kind of dog. He just, I wish sometimes I wish he would have Zeke would have come along a little bit later when I didn't know as much as I do now, whatever. But anyway, he like I said, he was in the top 10, and he missed a win down there when he messed his ankle up, and we probably didn't even run him in as many 3 days as we typically do now. But
Right.
anyway,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
it's
that's
you got to think it's tough to win. The Hound of the Year. You need to talk about Hound of the Year. I'm just sitting here looking at it. I wanted to pull it up because I was curious. And I mean, I know Mule. He's got that John Deere dog, and he's won 2 hunts. I mean, back to back with that dog, and I think he's still just sitting outside the top 10 with them.
yeah, it's tough. It really is. I almost look at it as like the college football rankings. I mean,
Right?
I do. I look at it like that, but it's really worse than that. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's so many dogs, and
It is. I mean, it's
it's
nuts.
tough. It's tough to do it that many times. And what Mule's dog did is tough as you know
Oh man, that's
you
unheard
know
of.
what.
That's unheard of. Especially someone
Uh,
like Creedmoor, back to back. That's
yeah, to do it back to back, that was unbelievable. But he just I don't know. It's crazy to get a dog to place that many times in a year. Like I said, he ain't even. He's probably around 10th, I guess,
yeah. I'm looking
and
at it
he's
right
won.
now, and I
He's
think
won.
he's 10th or 11th, something like that, without
Yeah, it's
counting
just
him.
crazy. Now he still got to place another 2 or 3 times between now and the end of the
Yeah, I
year.
mean he's sitting a
He won't
whole.
make it.
I mean this dog that's leading is HPK's Black Mamba for this year right now, and he's. I mean hell, he's still 600 points behind him. I mean you're looking at a 2 hunts to even catch up.
Yeah, yeah. This it's tough to do. But that's one thing. That's one thing, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even know when they started the leaderboard stuff, but ever since we had Zeke in the top 10 there, that ever since then I've always wanted to get in and win the Hound of the Year. I've had dogs in the top 5, top 10, whatever, but they always seem to just drift on out, fall out of it. But
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a lot like the college football rankings. It's there. Just looking at the points. It's so like from about 15th to 40th. You're only looking at 100, 200, 300 points,
yeah, that's
and
right.
then that last top 10 is just man. You got to get it from the nub and have a special hound to finish that off.
Yeah, it's crazy, really, but um,
It's definitely a neat little
yeah,
system though.
it takes it takes the right owner to do it too. You can't
Yeah.
you can't be stupid with it for
No,
sure.
no, that's for sure. And that's one thing that I kind of I'm pretty jealous of y'all that y'all have. Being a family affair like y'all have. It's I'm sure that y'all butt heads every now and then, but it's real easy to work. It's easy to work with family. It's you call your
Yeah,
brother
no,
up and
it
say,
does.
"Hey, I need you to go run these dogs today, and I'll do them next time." That kind of you don't have to try to find somebody that's willing to work with you.
No, it is definitely is a big help to have two or three people uh, doing it rather than by yourself.
Oh
It's
man,
got to be tough on folks doing it that way.
me and MJ and Hamlin have been running a lot this year together, and that's you know, golly, it just having that one extra person that's willing to go out there and work as hard as as hard as you is just it's something that it can't be described. It really is nice, and it takes such a load off your, especially when you want to compete in the 3 day world. The 1 day is a little different, but the 3 day
That's right.
world, it's you need more than one person.
No, exactly, exactly right.
Now, going back to the rebuilding thing, what kind of steps are you taking right now to try to get back? Are you looking more at, I know you said you're breeding in house and that kind of thing. Is that kind of
Yeah, well, I kind of we got put back. We got put back when probably our best three or four females seemed like they didn't produce what they were. I mean, they produced good dogs, but it just didn't seem to be what they were at one time, you know.
right?
So the back end dogs that are probably a couple years behind those dogs that we had, I call Skylar and Kay. Kay's a dual champion, like I was saying. We at about 3 and 3.5 years old. I pulled Kay and Skylar pretty much from field trialing just to try to help the program and raise puppies. And I hated to do it because I feel like they could have maybe placed some this year. So I kind of took that away from them, and we bred them. And
Excuse me.
so I got those puppies in June, and I've gotten them back in shape now. So hopefully they'll be good to go for the Virginia State. But I just feel like I may have took some away from them, this year because I feel like at 3 or 4 years old, three. Kay just turned 3 in February, and we bred her, shortly after that. So I just
Right.
feel like we might have took some away from them, but it was either that or get set back another year,
Yeah.
So
I,
just whatever.
I get that 100%. The brood jip that we bought, when we bought her, I think she was just getting ready to turn 2. And
Yeah,
we needed something. We needed something to breed to instead of trying to search around and get people that would let go of a puppy. And
right.
we went ahead and bred her, and we finally, we're starting to run these dogs. I ran them puppies with your old Jip last night, actually.
Right, I got you. I got you.
But
But yeah, that was pretty much the where we were sitting with the dogs, and I got I don't know, I guess it's 12 or 13 back there off of them two, and they're beautiful, and hopefully they turn out. If they don't, I'll be back in the same spot. But we'll see. I'm
yeah,
gonna be starting. I'm gonna be starting them after hunting season, probably about mid-January. So we'll see.
and it's such a gamble, like you said, and I've heard it a lot of times that just because they were good in the field doesn't mean they're going to produce good.
Absolutely not. That's
And
100%.
that's such a heartbreaker too. Like that's a major heartbreak. I know it has to be that you just almost expect them to throw what they threw, what they were, and then sometimes it just doesn't work
Yeah.
out.
No, yeah. You. At least I thought I was gonna get close. I mean, for the amount of them that I had, I feel like um, I didn't
Yeah,
I didn't score there.
right, right. I get it.
But
I get it.
but like I said, we're gonna try this second group. Kay and Skylar definitely are the best two females we got here right now, and you know I got lucky and got them back from Florida when I had sold them. I got very lucky to get them back. So
Right. I remember when that happened too.
yeah, it was. I don't know. I really didn't want that to happen, but anyway, at least we got them. At least we got them back,
Right.
and we got, like I said, a good group here off of them, so hopefully they'll turn out.
Well, that's good. That's good. Now, how you still? I think me and you've talked about it a little bit. The Caitlin puppies.
Yeah, Chrome and Caitlin, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Is that the ones you're talking about, or is that a different group?
No, that's a different group
That's what
I
I
got
thought.
here.
That's what I thought. I
Yeah,
just I wanted to make sure it wasn't a
I'm actually,
nickname.
no, I'm actually bringing a puppy off Caitlin to the Virginia State off her first litter.
Gotcha.
Um, I bred her to a dog that I had called Big Red, which was Chloe's brother. Chloe is freaking Parrot and them's mama. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, Chloe was their mama, and I bred Caitlin to her brother. So still got all of my dad's old breed, and I try to keep as much of my dad's old stuff as I can in here
I get that.
because I liked it. I mean, it was strong stuff, and
Right.
God, they can torture a deer. Yeah, they can, they could. That's one thing they can do. They can't do nothing else.
no. No.
But
Well, there'll be
yeah,
two.
I
There'll
try to
be.
keep as much of my dad's old stuff as I can in here, just to keep it going. And when he kind of got out of it, um, I don't know if you know Haney Height from Stone Mill, but he had a lot of my dad's old stuff, and thanks to him, he let us breed to his dogs and get some puppies from him, and that really helped us
Gotcha.
from the start, from when I was 13, 14, 15 years old. He helped us get back started, and then on top of it, it had my dad's old stuff in there, which meant a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
You
but
can't
Dad
ask
just
for more
got
than
rid of
that.
so many dogs. Dad got rid of so many dogs. When we were playing ball, and just I don't know, I feel like it almost fizzled out here at the house to the point where I had to go get some from somebody.
Right.
But like I said, Haney helped us out a whole bunch on getting some puppies and breeding to a couple of his stud dogs there that went back to my dad's old stuff. But anyway,
I got you. I got you. Um.
yes, sir.
Well, that's a pretty
And
good.
then now his
Oh, go ahead.
his his two sons. I failed to mention his sons are getting into it now too. And his sons are about 16, 18 years old. They want to get into it too. So I'm gonna try to return the favor, and they're coming to the Virginia State also. But I want, obviously, I want to help them out and get them do the best I can to help them out and get them going on it because he's got a son or two that loves to do it too. So
That's
hopefully,
that's the true houndsman
hopefully
way right there. Is being able to help each other out and stuff like that. That's just
that's right.
I can't think of no other way to put it. That's just very houndsman like of everybody in that situation.
Yeah, so many folks, man. I don't know. I don't know. Folks, I don't know. They put folks down to do good. Sometimes they don't. I don't know. Like they just so much jealousy in the sport of,
Yeah.
as far as folks doing good, and you don't. I don't know. Just like you don't. Folks don't know, or you don't know who folks are until you start doing good, and then it's just like I don't know.
Mm, yep.
It's so much of that in the sport, and I don't. That's the only thing I wish would change, really. But
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of a good segue. We kind of talked about our last little topic here is what I want to start doing with the podcast is any guests that we have on, I want to give them a couple topics to choose from, and the one that me and you talked about, what I wanted to touch on real quick before we get off is something that's changed in the sport that you do or don't like. What are you feeling on that?
man, really, it's just that, and I the social media, man, is probably kind of hurts, but it helps in some ways. But I feel like it hurts more than it does helps because of the stuff that's put on there that don't need to be displayed in front of folks, And that I don't know, just that's how I feel about it. I don't. I try my best to stay off of it. As far as the field trialing goes unless I'm trying to, post some dogs or something. I
Right.
don't, I try not to put my 2 cents in, and I definitely don't, post no videos and stuff that people don't need to see that. And we're already hurting, and we're already hurting bad enough now. And, for folks that don't know anything about it, they don't need to see that stuff. And,
Real easy to take
um,
something like that out of context and make it more than what it
yeah,
really
they
is.
can they take stuff like that, and they turn it around, and they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue what.
Are you a proud hound owner? Do you cherish those memorable hunting moments with your loyal companions? Well, Roxy Designs has something special just for you. Roxy Designs is revolutionizing their product line, offering unique treasures for the hound world. Whether you're celebrating a successful hunt or want to showcase your kennel's excellence, they've got you covered. Picture this: beautiful plaques, custom license plates, sleek tumblers, and stunning banners, all tailored to your liking. And yes, they can even personalize them just for your kennel. Did you win a hunt or feel your hound deserves more recognition? Roxy Designs can create a commemorative plaque that will make your achievements truly shine. Ready to discover endless possibilities? Visit Roxy Designs on Facebook. All right. Well, I want to apologize. My device that I use to record the conversations that we have decided to kill the batteries a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So Brett did get cut a little bit short, but he pretty much got everything in that we were going to talk about. We had talked after it died that what he was trying to finish up saying was just, everybody be smart. And it's the one thing that he sees sometimes on Facebook and other social media platforms but to somebody else that doesn't know exactly what's going on or doesn't know it, you got to think that, okay, maybe they could see this in different light. Maybe they could see this in a different way. So that's what he was saying. But I want to give a big shout out to Brett for joining us. He's the first guest that we were able to get on since returning back and coming back. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think it turned out to be a pretty cool little episode. So the big announcement is what I want to try to start doing is, along with doing our episodes, our full length episodes every other Wednesday, is what I'm going to start shooting for. Every other Wednesday is what I'm going to start shooting for. I want to do a Monday edition episode that's only a few minutes long, and I want to go over upcoming hunts and this past weekend's winners. And it's going to be focused strictly on 3 days, or maybe like big money hunts, maybe truck hunts and stuff like that. Or if somebody wants anything in particular to add to it, they can always email us or contact me. But on Mondays, that's what I want to start doing, is releasing episodes that go over this weekend's winners and upcoming hunts that we may want to keep your eyes on. So that's our big announcement. That's what I'm going to try to do. Like I said, it's something that I think I kind of listened to a couple other dog podcasts, and that's something that they do. And I thought it would be a good addition to our podcast. So I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I think it turned out pretty good. And like I said, again, I want to thank Brett for joining us, and good luck this weekend at Virginia State and everybody else that's going to be there. I think there's a couple more hunts going on this weekend, but for everybody out there listening, thank y'all again, and thank y'all for the support. And like always, happy hunting.